people, and welcome once again to Moral High Ground, where I talk about what's morally right. And please, if you like this, I'm just gonna say it now. Subscribe, like, and share, or let people know about what you're digging, about what I'm saying. Okay. Anyway, this is on Spotify, you know, Google Podcast, Pocket Cast, Radio Public, and I think I'm on Apple iTunes now or something, and some other stuff. But please like and subscribe and share so I can start trying to make a living. I'm getting old, man. And, like I'm old, man. Anyway, ain't got nothing to do with what I'm talking about. This is moral high ground, and today's moral issue, I think, is about supporting, okay, positivity and creativity. Now you're like, what the hell? Simplify this, okay? Too many people doing wicked. We need to do good. And instead of being all positive towards all this negative crap, because you got wickedness in your souls, which most Americans do and don't want to admit it. Okay, and even if they do, they think it's a cool thing. Hey, he cool, man. He did this. He knocked the hell out of this shit. Stuff like that. That okay, it happens. Whatever. But let's support those that are trying to be positive, trying to look out for others, trying to make the world a better place. These people need to be, supported. They need help. They need someone to be on their side. Because if we don't have enough positive in the world, the negative is just going to knock everyone on this ass. And that's the honest to God truth about the whole thing. Okay? Support creativity. If you're one of the people, someone's doing something and you only bring it up to the other person constantly because you're actually trying to make fun of them, really there's something wrong with you because you didn't think of it, or you don't have the intelligence or capability to do it yourself, or the drive to do it yourself. That makes you the moron, not that person that created something and is trying to achieve something out of their creation. That person deserves all the support in the world because they're actually putting something they like or interest they like in motion. They're getting people to like it. They're doing whatever. And I'm not just talking about like on the internet. I mean like someone that might want to create cars. They find a way to design a car, what it should look like, and then put their own mechanics in it, to make it something different. Someone will be like, ha ha ha, you can't do this. Only car manufacturer companies can do it. You can't do it. Who's to say that person can't make a car designed out of their own thoughts and will? You know, who's to say a woman that likes to, make clothes that people might think is funny or whatever isn't going to be a designer, clothing designer. Who the hell knows? You don't know what the future may bring. So you have to support these people. I'd rather support someone that's creating something or has a hobby into something way more than an idiot that's running around getting high and sitting there talking all that crap and they ain't doing shit with their life. But belittling people, spreading gossip and bullshit, and trying to keep people down. I don't want to support that crap. It's boring, it's lame, and I'm not digging it. But I'm gonna support someone who say, hey, Shelby, hey, my hobby's if you come up to me and you go, Shelby, I got a hobby. I like, playing video game card things. I made my thing this way, and you can make money from this. Oh, okay, hell yeah, go ahead and do it, man. Or you say, oh, I want to learn how to play the piano. I can't really figure out how to go about it, but I got this keyboard I bought, and I got this other thing that goes with it. I've been buying equipment to make it sound good. Oh, hell yeah, man. Here's where you go. Check this out on YouTube, or go to this bookstore and get this. I can support that type of creativity, that person that's got that want to do, instead of a person that says, oh, I want to do this and don't do nothing at all. Or a person that says they want to start a business and doesn't try to do anything at all, expects you to do it for them. I had this recently and it annoys the hell out of me. Do it yourself. Pick up a book, read it, learn it. We got the world, the fingertips. Man, we got the world at our fingertips of knowledge now. And people can't figure it out for themselves. There's something wrong there. But over this past week, this is what I've been getting. Oh, Shelby, how do I do this? Well, do it, man. Like, why is it taking you so long? You know, especially, holy crap. Ugh. That was a nasty taste. I don't even know what the hell that was. Might be that Chinese food. But anyway, so yeah, horrible. Oh shit. Anyway, so my point is support those who have that drive to want to do something and actually try to go through it. You might need a little help, but not all your help. The person that needs all your help, that person just trying to use you for your knowledge or who you are as an individual because they see you're more intelligent than them. Oh, no, that was horrible. Anyway, yeah. So my point is, support these people who've got creative activities. You might want to turn a dishwasher into some kind of surfboard. I don't know. Who cares? But as long as you're trying to do something creative, I'm right there with you. You might want to be the master chef, as they call, or something. I don't care. I'm right there with you. But if you're not doing anything and expect handouts, people to do things for you, especially if you claim yourself as a certain kind of label, because that's what you got nowadays. All these labels for this and that, and then they expect handouts. To me, that's a supervillain, and you deserve to be incarcerated because you want the reward without having to work for it. And just like anybody else that needs to face their consequences of their actions, so do you for being a lazy bastard that just wants to mooch off of everybody and try to manipulate the cause. While the rest of us work hard and have to put up with the nonsense from people that are ridiculous wannabe bosses and stuff. You know what I mean? And all the jobs I ever worked, there's always been a person that's the biggest asshole that walks around trying to prove something to everybody. And that person's called the boss. Every damn place I ever worked, the boss is the biggest asshole. Not everyone. There's one boss I do. But all the other ones, they assholes, man. And so why did they earn that way to be there, to put their spot there? But being dedicated to something, one business, without trying to hesitate from working that business and trying to stay motivated and invested in it. So kudos to those assholes because they're not trying to get the benefit without having to work for it. And some people just like working one job and not moving up and forward, but they move up in the company. So that's good for them. So don't be mad at that person or think that person's a fool because they stay in that company. Support them, be happy. You know what I mean? Just still be their friend. It's the best way to be. And my thing with positivity here, I'm going to say, is there needs to be more of it. Like I said, I stepped over it a little while ago, but I'm just saying, I wanted to get to the supporting creativity part because it's a big thing right now. There's just not too many people doing certain things. Like I draw here and there. I don't think I'm that good. Most people do. I'm my own worst critic. But it doesn't mean that artwork shouldn't be appreciated if it comes from a hand. A lot of people use technology to make their art look good now. And so those who do it by hand should get the benefit of, support and the benefits of working hard on their things because most people don't got that talent no more. It's even amazing that a lot of people don't do cursive handwriting anymore. So these people should be praised as well. And it's the littlest things. It doesn't have to be a big old thing. It's got to be blown up and stuff. You can't think always big like that. Think big in a way where you can make something big happen, but you have to start off small to have it. You got to start off really small to have what you want. It's like I could buy an $8,000 computer with all the fancy stuff I need for editing and music and my writing and video games and all this crap I like to do, our stuff. But yet I can't afford it, and I can save up money, but hell, I got bills to pay. Got to be realistic. Buy what you can afford within your means and make it work for you. And that's what any type of thing you want to do. It doesn't have to be like what I'm talking about, my personal stuff, but y'all. If it's like art, buy the cheapest art supplies you can buy. Figure out how to make it work for you. If it's music, find an instrument that's reasonably priced and try to play it. And find the simplest sheets and stuff that you can read to play that music. Be supportive that way to that person if you can, and say, hey, I found that music book you want. I got some art supplies by this guy that doesn't want to paint anymore. He said he's too old to do it or something, That type of supportive when it comes to creativity. I went back to creativity. Dang it. Positivity. Positivity is a thing where, like I said, there's not enough of it. There's definitely not a lot of love being shared at all. Love is like an imaginary word now. It's more going extinct, especially when it comes to couples, which I'm all about. This is my thing. Is just I sit back and I think of the world, and I go, "What's wrong? How can I change the world without trying to do much?" That sounded stupid when I said it, but out loud anyway. But love is something that's going extinct because there's too many people that taint it, make it toxic, poison, something that's supposed to be the most natural and simplest of things, even though it's the most complex of things, because we can't seem to figure out how to get along with each other, especially in a relationship, you know. And I think the problem is that men and women got the great divide that I like to say now, because all they do is they bicker and spread, and the whole cheating thing is ridiculous. It's like if you got a woman you love, you really got a woman you love, and you truly mean the word love, why you need to go anywhere? Well, I mean, I understand you want a little variety, you want a cake and eat it too, or whatever. And she herself might be, freaky to where she wants to be with multiple dudes. But this is the thing: someone has to be there when you get old. Someone has to be there to share good moments in your life with. Someone has to be there when you have no one at all. So you might as well stick with somebody you truly care about. There should be a way to understand how that person's, uh, appreciate you, and how you should appreciate that person. And then in return, positive things happen when you care for someone that caring for you. And that's not just something I'm just saying. This is a proven fact. I honestly believe, and this is after some time of people dying in my life and things that without anybody around, anybody that thinks about you, or anyone that cares about you, you start to die slowly. That's just something I've been pondering for quite some time now. And with my job, I've been seeing a lot of deaths lately. Old folk where you don't know if they have family or not. They talk about them, you never see them. They don't socialize with them, you know. And then one day they just die. No one knows who to call, where those people live, or anything like that. And so you got to think: is it because they lived a life of solitude, or is it because there wasn't positive people in their life? Nothing positive going on to keep them going. And even if there was, I mean, they could have been a legendary actress or actor or car rider or racer, I mean, or anything famous, and you wouldn't know because now they're old. People forgot about them. And the more they forgot, the closer their demise came. It's the most incredible concept that I thought of, yet factual in a way. Because the more things we got to keep us happy and to keep us around other people, the more happier we are. I mean, hell, look at COVID. Everyone was trapped in their houses, apartments, whatever, didn't go nowhere. And they wanted to get in contact with people. They wanted to be around people. That's why when COVID was over, everyone was all out in the streets doing something. But the thing about that is this, those who still went out, brought whoever it was that wanted around them, keep them around. But a lot of people died. A lot of people kept going on. Even though the numbers are a little off when you watch the news, you get to learn how to read it grid. Really, it's not the death rate that they said. But I'm not going to get into that. But My point is, COVID proved the codependency that people need people, and it proved that these people can't function without people. But you need positive people to really survive. That's on your side to make you think right. You don't need people around you like right when you do something they go, "Oh, he can't do it. Well, that ain't gonna work." You create something, going back to creation again, but you create something, and they're like, "Oh, why are you doing that? That's stupid. That don't look right." They talk all this crap, but they can't do it themselves. You don't need negativity. Now, people talk about supportive. How you say that? Uh, uh, supportive criticism or something like that. I can't even talk right now. Criticism. Okay, they want to say it's a positive criticism or supportive criticism. There's no such thing. It's just criticism. In a way where you're like, oh, I don't like this. You can say there's some kind of, oh, this is supportive. It's not supportive. It's negative. You never know. Someone could put their whole imagination and thought into something, and what you saw was the best they could come up with. To them, it's the most. It's like the holy grail. It's like Statue of Liberty or something. Okay, it's something cool as hell to them. But to you, it just looks like a piece of paper that they drew on, or just some crap of metal, some stupid hole they dug and put some wood in there. You never know. But your criticism isn't always needed. Sometimes you just gotta go right on. Good job, man. Good job, man. And I say it all the time. People be laughing and shit. They come out of place. I'll be like, good job. Now I don't know what the hell they did. I don't know what they've been doing, but I said, good job. And they're like, for what? I said, because it's you, man. You did it, man. Right on, man. And they're like, what? It messes people up. Just try it. And you'd be surprised how much positivity comes your way. Just by going, good job, man. What you do, man? Oh, man, right on, man. You know what I'm saying? Good job, pretty lady. You look good in that. You know what I'm saying? It just depends on how you feel that day, really. But you should just do it constantly. And just to see people laugh and stuff, it doesn't do anything. It's not an offensive word or combo of words. But you're saying, good job, And how you present it changes everything. You go, good job. That won't do that. You gotta be like this. Good job, man. Good job. No, you did, man. You did it, girl. Right on, y'all. Yeah. You look hot, baby. Yeah. Something. And it's positive. It might not mean nothing at that moment, but it means something to that person because they're probably like, wow, maybe I did do a good job. This is positive. So that's just my thing. Don't go around stealing my thing. But make your own positive word to yell at people all day and see how crazy things change. Okay, it make you feel good just for saying this stuff, and you gonna keep saying it. And everybody else gonna keep liking it because they're like, oh, that person saying this. So good job, y'all, for even watching my show. Positivity, I dig it. So anyway, that's my thing. Is positivity needs to be shared, needs to be brought back. And some of the proper etiquettes need to be brought back too. Now, morally, you can say, okay, none of this has anything to do with, the human condition. If you want to be one of those moral people that's like, that doesn't make, why would you do that? That's stupid. That's dumb. Well, let's look at it this way. We can either sit back and be a hater all day long and be miserable and be selfish and just lonely. Or we could be connected to people, make people feel positive, make ourselves feel positive, and be supportive to creations that might be even better than what we know, but in the future will benefit everybody, all of mankind. Okay? And God Himself is the ultimate creator. So anybody that creates anything is actually embodying the essence of God Himself. If you look at it that way, the whole concept of, oh, I'm a good guy, even when you're the bad guy, it's the weirdest shit. Anything where you try to turn a negative into a positive, now that's weird as shit. And it's what the world is right now. All negative things are positive to people now, and it shouldn't be. We should be brought back to a world of humbling ourselves, caring for one another, sharing with one another, and trying to support one another. That's the whole meaning of this episode. You know, I get tired of people trying to bring me down when I'm already kicking myself. Hell, I ain't got that many legs to kick with anyway. Nobody does. You know? And it's like you sit there and you're trying to survive in a place where they don't like you for being you or what your skin looks like. You know? And that's got to be the ultimate, the most worstest part of society is judging you based off of what you look like instead of trying to sit back and get to know you for who you are. Yeah, granted, there's no time in the day for everybody to sit back and talk to each other and find out how each and every individual is, but find that day during the week to talk to that individual you see constantly. You know, like I harassed a Russian girl that was stalking me the other day. I was drunk and I was like, hey, Russian, come here. Like, why would you stalking me? This, that, and then she admitted, yeah, I was, and this and that. I'm like, well, how come you didn't give me none? Right? Like, seriously, you just gotta do it sometimes. You know, and it's just plain and simple. And that was funny. I can go on to tell more of that story, but it's ridiculous. And I was like, hey, Russia. And then I thought about it every time I leave my whole boy's house. I see her and I start talking about, hey, let's go do it and all this crap. And so, I don't know. But it was funny. Her face got all red and shit. She was cracking up really. But, because I asked a dude for a ride on the phone, because he brought me over there. And I'm drunk walking around. And I'm like, give me a ride. And so, and then she's sitting there hearing something about, oh, I can't. Well, I'm not talking about you now. And this is weird. You had to be there. And I don't know why I keep going on about it. That's nothing to do with the episode. Anyway, bringing it back home. We need to be positive so our future can stay brighter. We need to be creative to change things in the world. Something needs to be created. It needs to be studied and researched until a time we feel that it can benefit mankind and help us move steadily forward. Like technology right now, we need to figure out what it is that's going on with this AI stuff to make it work for us, not against us. Everyone's always worried about Skynet, Terminator shit. We're always worried about that. But how can we make it benefit us? Oh, shit. Yeah. Oh, man. Anyway. Yeah. So, my point being is, we gotta find a way to make everything work to a T, like a well-oiled machine. We gotta come together and support those that can't support themselves. It's like when I first started, okay, it shows you how stupid and slow on the intake I am sometimes. I thought Instagram, because you see on girls on TV and all this crap, they'd be like, oh, I gotta get this many followers, I gotta get this many followers, and I need this many likes and all this. So, same thing with this shit, but different. I thought that you just go on there, you see something you like, and you hit the like button. So I'm going on there and I'm liking every girl, I'm liking all this stuff and things, and I'm thinking I'm making them more popular and that they're getting things. I had no idea how Instagram works, and I still don't, but I'm gonna keep liking everything. Why? Because I'm like, good job. Good job. I'm glad you did it. I'm glad you posted that photo like that. Yes, I'm glad that you did it. That was funny. Post like. Okay? So be positive. Like people photos, like people's stuff. Quit being negative. People look at it like, oh, he's stalking me. No, I'm supporting you. Good job. Like. What? Like. What? Saving this. Oh, I like you in that dress. DM them or some shit. I don't know. So I have no idea. Still don't know how it works, but I'm on it all the time. And I don't know how a lot of these websites work. But here's the thing. A lot of them are negative, not positive. And people are lonely. People are lonely, y'all. They're lonely on these sites. And they can't do it in social anymore in the streets because they're afraid. They've made the cities unsafe for people to want to walk around because of the homeless situation, because of the crime, because of the mass shootings, because of the freaking government itself. They've made it feel unsafe for people to meet on the street. So the websites are all, this is why they're profiting. They're profiting off of your fear, just like the news. And the news ain't for regular people anymore, it's for rich people. They'll say everything about companies and stuff now. You barely see At least I barely see regular people talking about issues they care about. You see only people that are dealing with politics or in politics talking about what the problem is now. It's that little crap where kid rides a pony. Oh, it's this time of year and rodeo season, or some crap, and it doesn't make any sense. But you watch it anyway because hey, that's a local kid doing something. You know, you don't see that crap anymore. You only see nonsense about the Democrats and Republicans. Hence my whole thing about getting their own party, separated it, from the rest of this nonsense. All I can say is this: with all the chaos, we have to support ourselves somewhere. And maybe some of these websites need to be knocked down a peg because they're not being supportive of people enough, not making it easy enough for people to understand the website. Hence why I was saying I don't understand Instagram. But it has to be done. We have to find a way to support people's creativity, to support people's lifestyles, support people's children and family. We have to find a way to make the future bright. And we got to find a way to reach immortality. So humanity will live constantly on. And not just that, we got to fix this toilet earth. Because look at it, it's a toilet now. Water levels is dropping. Weather's all jacked up. You get like 20 seasons in 1 year or 1 month. It's like, and you're sitting there and it's like pollution, trees, less oxygen, carbon emissions. AOC says when she doesn't understand, uh, she really doesn't understand the whole thing of nature. We need more trees. We need a lot more oxygen being made um, to offset the carbon emissions, not get rid of cows. People like beef. That's crazy. It's like getting rid of bison. That's not going to happen. So it's like and chicken and shit all over the place. But my point is just that this is stupid. What the hell is an electric car going to do but put you more in debt? It's a futuristic car. Unless it's a George Jetson car, it's even stupider. We need basically sprockets being made. Hence, once again, creativity. Okay? It's basically sprockets. Rudy the Judy, the Rudy the Doody Doody Doody. And I can't even say it because Rudy Rocket, Rudy Rocket. I'm low key rapping it. I don't even understand what I'm saying. But I'm bringing it back. Once again, we all have to come together. It's my main goal of this whole show, my project, is to try to make people think about ways to look at the world, to find a way to connect to each other, to find a way to be more loyal and friendly to each other. Not the enemy, not the traitor of the crown, not the freaking, you know, traitor, the spy, the infant. Yeah, I can go on, and I'm just gonna just say a whole bunch of random words. I'm trying to stop myself from saying stupid shit, but simple. It'll just have this has to happen. This creativity, positivity thing needs to be a worldwide, you know, a worldwide academic, academic, whatever. But yeah, I want to live in a world where everyone can get over the hump, make the money they need to make, and find a way to live comfortably. And if I ran America, you can bet your bottom dollar y'all gonna be sitting pretty. And that's just my words being said. Anyway, peace be with you all. Blessings upon you always. And remember, there's crazier men out there than me that you can pay attention and listen to. So, share and like my stuff. And always, always protect what's right. Peace. Once again, Dynamite, Solid Snake, Black Power. Word.